Orlando Pirates won, Chippa United nil, Betway Premiership. Nkota Sibisi puts the ball in the back of the net to restore Pagania hopes. Hopes of what? Hopes of winning the league? Hopes of closing the gap? Well, maybe it's just hope. So, welcome to the Player Rating Show on the Happy People TV. I'm your host KB and I am joined by Mr. Coach. And in this show, we're going to rate the players who did well, who did not do well, who should be considered for games going forward. And the technical team, how did they choose a starting lineup? How did they make changes? How did they manage their game? And last but not least, we're going to rate the referee and the official members who make the game flow and tell us who's yellow or red, whatever. So, stick with us. And before we kick off, we are going to have to remember to like, subscribe to be notified, and share this video to Mapagania so we can grow the community. Danko in advance. All right. Hey, Tawala Mafetu, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Happy People TV, Orlando Pirates fan channel player rating show. And like I said in the intro, we are going to rate the one Orlando Pirates, Hotto, Chippa United, away from home this time, to shut the haters' mouths or say goodbye to the league or say hello to greener pastures. Mr. Coach, how are you feeling, Chief?
Hola, Prayak. I'm happy, man. 3 points. A few good things that I saw today, Joe. Few good things. Honestly, I think even though we didn't have all the chances in the world, but good to see the game. Good response, I guess, to a loss. I'm just happy to see that, man.
I think we were talking offline that what's dope about today's win is that it was a good response, not only in terms of results, but also in terms of the way they played, style of play and execution of ideas. It wasn't one of those by hook or by crook kind of wins, especially if, in our opinion. So yeah, you know how we do it, bruv. 6 is when the player just did their job, nothing more, nothing less. Going above is when they excel, and going below is when we have to ask questions, and that goes the same for the technical team and the referee. Mr. Coach, our regular man at the back was not available for this game. So first start in a while for Mr. Melusi. How do you rate his performance?
I thought he done well. Not too many questions asked of him, if any at all, to be honest. I thought distribution, he probably had 1 or 2 opportunities to distribute, so to speak, and I think he had a decent game in terms of that. So yeah, I think a clean 6. Not too many questions, came to work, did a good job. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Clean 6, you say?
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't think you can say much else about his performance. And that's probably thanks to the defense, which is where we're going next. So yeah.
That's why we're here today.
Yeah. It's why we are not doom and gloom this time.
Yeah.
Right back. We decided to start Ndlozi. Rating.
Honestly, I thought Ndlozi struggled a bit, defensively at least. His winger had his numbers. I think beat him twice, 3 times. Had a few recoveries. He was always willing to get stuck in there. I loved his energy though. He was like I'm saying, always willing to get stuck in there, and his recovery was quite quickly, even after getting beaten. So I'll give him a 6 as well. Especially going forward, I thought he was very good going forward. Just struggled with his man, but first start for a player like him, I think it'll only get better.
I'm not actually sure why he started. It looked like a reason to rest Van Rooyen that we've been calling for. Yeah, I'm gonna judge him ka leihlo la motho o zamang ho break her through to that position to start. And I mean the amount of times we were exclaiming Kore, the player I forgot who it was, what Chippa, but he was getting skinned more times. Kore,
Yeah,
if they were better,
yeah.
we were running into the same problem that we've been crying about with Van Ryan. So
But the thing is, he was there though. Van Rooyen is never there to be skinned. Ndlozi
yeah,
was losing the 1v1s, and you can kind of forgive that for a player who his first start, if you will.
I'll give him a 4.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you consider the whole breakthrough thing,
A fail.
yeah, because now if you are there and you're still getting skinned, okay, then what are you doing going forward?
A fail.
Buthelezi, the goal scorer. Yebo baba. Aye, let me hear your rating.
Wonderful performance from Buthelezi. Thank you very much. Mbatha didn't have to defend for two people, only had to focus on his job. And he did it well. Very happy. He did really well for the goal, bro. That's almost a world-class goal, bro.
For me,
Quality,
that is a quality goal.
quality, yeah, did really well to
Yeah.
leap, that run, everything did really well. So I give him an 8, in fact, thanks to that goal. Shoots him right up there. My man of the match, in fact.
Yeah.
As well. I agree with the journalist this time around.
100% man of the match for me too. And like you were saying, another way to elaborate on what you were saying when you were talking about he doesn't have to defend for two. What that unlocked was his leadership. So where he would have to now ask himself whether he's confident enough for his partner. Now, I feel like with the player that we're going to talk about next, he felt a little bit more confident to do his thing without worrying about what's going to happen going backwards. So, and also as the senior player to the youngster, I feel like he showed a lot of good leadership in terms of marshalling the defense, but also being aggressive. And you know how you can change the tempo of a game by pushing forward when nobody expects you to, and stuff like that. And all of that stuff requires confidence. So if you look at that confidence mixed with the role that he feels like he had to play, leadership, I feel like, and obviously with the world class goal, I could even give him a 9. I don't know how many times we are going to be praising him this much in a game, especially as the man who scored the sole goal. So I think for this game, I'll give him a 9. No foot set wrong, unless you can remember when he made a mistake.
The only reason I wouldn't go as far as a 9 is I think when we tested it, Chippa played a false 9, so there was no threat up front, to be completely honest.
So that opened them up, or opened up space for them to express
They
themselves.
didn't have to do much defensively, is what I'm trying to say.
So I feel like if you don't have to do much defensively, you might still put the onus on the attackers or the midfield to play out.
Sure.
So I feel like with that freedom, they used it well, and for the fact that he had a youngster next to him, I feel like if it was with Kogi, it doesn't matter whether there's much of a threat going down the middle. You do know that the channel defending at Kogi has also been an issue.
Sure.
So he just would have been a little bit more nervous and a little bit less confident in taking the game to Chippa. So I like the fact that you're giving us freedom when we do dispossess you while you're trying to go wide and have nobody in the middle. When I get the ball, I'm going with it, without worrying.
I feel you.
And plus, it is a pressure game. As much as Chippa wasn't the greatest or wasn't the biggest test for the defense,
sure,
the pressure is still there. So yeah, I like how they took the game to the opposition as a defense, as a Pirates. Talking about the youngster next to him, can you give Mbokazi your rating?
I think he said one appearance, Mara. I don't think Utomide, so Nisi debut. So I'm gonna count as his debut.
Yeah,
incredible, man. Welcome to the first team. I think he did really well. I like his profile. In fact, what did they always say? I've heard from a few agents who a left-footed
Left
center
centre
back,
back.
yeah, is a rare commodity. It's something, yeah, I would totally. And it was dope to see that he's not just a left-footed center back. He's actually good at what he does. Again, I like how composed he is on the ball. He's composed even when under pressure as well. He looked really good. So 7.5, very happy with his performance. I look forward to seeing him play some more, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. 7.5 definitely lifted the hoodoo at the back there.
Clean sheet.
Every single time
Yeah.
that we correct with the current defensive partnership that we had, we couldn't dream of a clean sheet.
No.
And we didn't have to dream here. We were shown same time. So yeah, it's a 7.5. Yeah, 7.5. Fantastic. I agree with you. Hotto.
Hotto, industrious performance. Industrious performance. I don't think he gave us too much special, but I didn't get anything wrong, to be going to be honest. I think 6.5. He came to work, he gave us an average, a decent Hotto performance. I'm happy that I can take that home, thank you, actually. Well, I mean actually was even part of quite a few combinations Mofokeng as well. So yeah, I think 6.5 is fair.
Yeah, Hotto for me, I think because we won, it becomes a 6.5. But on another day, that could have been a 6 performance. Also, when it comes to being put under pressure or being tested, I didn't see that much. But like you said, very industrious, was always there. Never looked complacent. Yeah, and it provided Mofokeng a lot of space to drift into the middle as usual. So yeah, 6.5. I'll just say 6.5 because we needed this win.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
so Mr. Cash, Makhaula. Hey dog,
Hey,
you love this performance, bro.
I'm seeing a new kid.
Training ground performance by Makhaula. Men against boys.
Cash having a good time, bro.
Ran the midfield.
He's having a good time.
He's enjoying his
He's
football.
playing the football of his life.
Tango, Mr. Coach.
Naitaula.
Yeah.
Naitaula, on the ball, not even off the ball, Joe. On the ball,
Yeah.
thing, conducting everything. I was like, like
it's kind of like you were saying. I can hear you guys busy complaining that Mbatha's not this, Mbatha's not this. Now I'm in
yeah.
Ain't you remember who I am, dog?
Yeah,
I'm Mr. Cash. Yeah.
He played well, bro. 7. Thank you very much. I think he did really well.
Sure. 77% pass accuracy. 4 out of 6 duels won. 2 out of 4 aerial duels won. Lost the ball 15 times. Fade. 3 interceptions and but 1 total tackle. Obviously, that's bollocks. 5 out of 11 long balls successful. But as you can see with that heat map, he was absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my rating, I would actually, you haven't given a rating, eh?
I said 7.
7. 7, okay. Yeah, I'd give him a 7. I didn't have any worries in midfield. I had more worries going backwards.
You got on a midfield against them, no?
Yeah, true. I think maybe they tried to bypass us in the midfield. All I saw was long ball to Kwaiba. That's all I saw, bro. And obviously getting skinned. Yeah, Kikensabo Kapoke Filenda.
Yeah, I think it was Filenda.
Alright. It also could have been Guana, but I don't think so. Nah, yeah, it was either Filenda or Nzabo, but then I think it was actually both. But anyway, yes, Talent Mbatha.
So happy to see him play well. Thank you, Mfethu. I actually would have wanted to see him play a little bit longer. Funny enough, I thought he played really well. He had that swag with his play again, where he could turn from
The flipping
right from
confidence.
our box and turn with two players pressuring him and turn into um, into attack
Into
and
attack, yeah.
have
Yeah.
all the options in Fetu. He looked really good. He looked really good. Even when he was failing with that, missing pass, it felt different because you could see he was actually trying something. The only thing he wasn't doing is shooting, and that's fine, bro. That's fine. Like he played really well today. I think I give him a 7 actually. Should have stayed much longer on the pitch. I'd like to see more of that. Thank you very much. Finally.
I think I'll agree with you with that 7, but I'm disappointed to give him a 7 on a game where I feel like we're giving him a 7 because
Obviously,
he's been
with performance, honestly, yes.
Yeah,
It is more
yeah.
of a 6.
It's supposed to be a 6.
Yeah.
So it's a disappointed 7 that I'm giving him. It's a
We're
happy
we're
6.
trying to encourage him.
It's a happy 6, but it's a disappointed 7.
Yeah. True.
It's a favor of a 7 he owes me.
Yeah.
But yeah, ish. I don't know how everyone's gonna feel. Are you guys gonna feel the same way? Or is it a bit too kind? Is it a bit too kind? I
I'm
don't
being
know.
kind for sure.
Yeah. You're putting your hand up already. You're saying, hey, a kind 7.
Straight.
All right, feed. Thank you. You can put your ratings in the comment section below, of course. Coco Melon.
Coco Melon, Sabo, Amfetu.
Ah. Oh.
Skinning his man. Skinning
Yes.
his man. We missed that. I will miss that.
Quality.
Look, we didn't create too many chances. Again, we didn't have a lot of clear-cut chances, but I think, especially our attack, they look a lot more purposeful and actually capable of doing something. So Nkota did well. Game Gaya 7 because we won. I thought he could have gotten something, but I don't let them have difference. Got him Gaya 7. Thank you very much. Happy with his performance.
I'll give him a 7.54. You know what I really like about Nkota? We're just so lucky that he has final ball and he can finish. Because he's one of those players that are always dangerous. Can you think of someone like, let's say, when Sekhulela wasn't on form, he would always just give you pace.
Sure.
Nkota is a type that he will never just give you pace, but he will always give you pace. And whatever he brings on the day, whichever sauce or whichever spicy he cares to bring on that day,
man, bro.
He'll beat his man.
That's what he'll give you. Yeah.
And he will also give you something else. You can count on him to also give you something else. There are some wingers like Sekhulela. If it's not his day, you won't know you won't know until he beats his man and then he doesn't do something. And you're like, okay, beating his man, of course. And then he beats his man again and then he makes the wrong decision again. Then it's like, okay, off form. And for the rest of the day, he will continue to beat his man. So with this man, you can expect him to always do something after beating his man. And yeah, in contrast with Mofokeng, the pace just looks that little bit more dangerous.
He's got the speed.
Yeah. So I said 7.5 again. Yeah. 7.5 for Mr. Nkota, and now we have Shenko. 62 minutes played. I feel like he came into this thing. How do you feel?
I'm starting to question my ratings, to be honest, at this point, because I'm thinking,
better.
They're going to be very positive. Shenko came Mbokazi 7. I thought Shenko played really well. Actually, he played really well. Yeah. Maybe missed the pass or two, but otherwise, what we missed in the previous game, he did that and above and beyond. He shook that off game right off of his back and got right back into it. I think he played really well. In fact, he converted the midfield, didn't miss Tito. He did the role pretty well. Obviously, different profile, does it differently, but he did really well. So yeah, I was happy with his performance, bro.
So Nkaya?
7.
Okay, yes, you do give him that 7. I think it's one of those where you are looking at the performance and also under the circumstances. And I think if you put those things together, You can give him a 7 on another day. We don't know. With a little bit more midfield pressure, how he would have done. But we are realizing right now that with our midfield, they had the the park to use as a playground. At cheaper vandaag. So a bit of an inflated rating, but of
They
course,
all are.
given the space, given the time, he did what Shingo does. Yeah, he did what Shingo does. So yeah, I do agree with that 7 under those circumstances. Yeah, ish. Hey, it's weird. Today's ratings because they're a little bit.
The thing is,
Didn't PTSD.
they also come, but okay, for the most part, they also fueled by the performance. Like the results might be a 1-0, right? But I think from performance point of view, we didn't create too many chances, but we played real. We played really well, bro.
So for me, it's a bit of a conundrum because the result is not fantastic, but it's fantastic because it's a result. One, two, the performance was not, world shaking, but it was very good because we played a bad team, especially in the midfield and in their defense. So the only worry we had was Ndlozi getting skinned. And I don't remember anything. I don't remember Hotto
That's all
fighting
we
much.
played a terrible team.
From Sibisi going forward, we had
Yeah.
we had the grass to ourselves. So that's why I'm saying today's ratings are a bit weird because now I feel like this is one of those ratings or sentiments where Harkena got commenting or one about that was a bit kind, guys.
Most of them will be.
Yeah, I don't know about that, guys. And then when we lose, it's gonna be like, I told you guys. Yeah, but Tlavona. Yeah, a bit tricky, a bit tricky. Was it easy for you guys to rate the players? You can tell us in the comments. The president.
Okay, pretty well. I started these ratings 6.5. I thought yeah, I thought he played well. He also, especially when he moved into the middle again, he's getting more and more comfortable with that role. In fact, Karate game he starts out on the side, coming in hanyane, but immediately after we settle into the game, Hotto starts hogging that left hand side handle. But now, especially when we brought on Marco, we saw a lot more of Mofokeng in the middle of the park, and I thought he did really well from that position. He was quite creative, so 6.5.
I actually give him more of a 7.5. I feel like most of everything that he did, it came off, and as much as a lot of players were doing well, I feel like Scalabara, we knew 1-0, not 3-0.
Yes.
He was the most dangerous player, the player that
was
Nkota was
very
always
creative.
looking
No,
dangerous,
I
but
will actually, sorry, I will upgrade to a 7. He was actually very, very involved in terms of all our
yeah,
chances.
and
And Bumpy made assist. Okay,
yeah.
no,
He had a fantastic game,
he actually did.
and remember we were even saying, "Alright, this is when he can play in the 10." So from the Cape Town City game, he did well coming into the 6, and now he did well coming into the 10. Especially for this game. Plus, we had the middle of the park to as our playground. So yeah, man, and he was lively all throughout and smiling all throughout. I don't feel like he had a bad moment. Yeah, 7.5. 8 on another day. 8 on another day when he gets his assists. So, but one assist is something. Mabasa, number 9. Up front.
Came to work today. Kind of did his job, not really. Can he get a 6? I'm trying to honestly, I'm quiet because I'm trying to think if he can get a 6. If he covered all his hours adequately to get a 6, it didn't affect the game much. Mabasa, you know how I am with him. This kind of performance, he scores a goal, bump him right up to a 7.5. But no goal, and he wasn't really effective. But 6, bro.
I gave him a 6.5.
6 came to work.
Okay. Yeah, that is the starting lineup. So when it comes to the bench, is there anybody that you have like honorable mention? Anybody you want to highlight between the likes of Marco Musele, Makhopa, and Shandu?
I'm gonna skim through all of them actually.
Okay, cool.
Makhopa done well coming off the second half this time around. Yeah, maybe Chippa is finisher, but yeah, don't take away anything from Makhopa. He did well coming off the bench. Marco looked great again off the bench. He gave us
Mofokeng Makhopa 6.
no 7. He
7.
He did well, bro. Yeah, Makhopa did well.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
I thought Mosele did a 6. He 6.5. He was pretty good as well on the ball.
Musele, well, for me, Makhopa, I'll give him a 6. With Musele 6. Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
Marco also, I thought he done pretty well off the bench those few minutes. I'll give him also a 6.5, and those are subs for me that need to. Shandu came on, but
Marco, yeah,
nothing to say
Shandu
about that.
5, 6, 5, 6. Only 2 minutes in.
Mm.
Musele, you gave him a 6.5. I get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I gave him a 6, and then Marco, you also gave a 6.5. Marco, I'll actually give him a 7. I feel like he did a bit more for me.
He did
looked a bit more lively for me. Yeah. That's how much
and he was a positive change, funny enough. He gave us more attacking inputs.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not 7, yeah. Okay, those are the players. Let's see how we rate the technical team, Jose and his team in terms of starting lineup and tactics, approach to the game, and then game management and overall rating and overall opinion.
He won the game. I guess I'll give him a 6.5. It was like in a home game, to be completely honest. Shout out to him for finally excusing Ogi. I think
I don't think he was fit.
sure. And giving Mbokazi the nod, actually. I thought he done well there in that position. I thought the changes also were pretty good. We could have done a better the game. Obviously, we could. I thought the Chippa was there for the taking. We could have really won the game, but I think until the clock hours
should have scored more.
But until the clock hours to get the points. And
it's not for the fault of the technical team.
Yeah, I would have given him a higher rating, but played Hotto, left Hotto on for too long, left Makhaula on for too long, and I brought Mbatha off. I thought he could have stayed on for longer. So yeah.
I'll give them also Boomers. I'll have to give them a 6.5 because of standards. But when it comes to how they've been doing so far, I won't judge them too much. So in terms of standards, Sharpo, I'll give them that 6.5. Chose the right players. Chose to start the right players. Also, the Van Rijn, resting Van Rijn was injured.
Finally,
he wasn't suspended even.
No, nothing.
That was also a good choice. The Mbokazi choice, obviously, yes. And then when it comes to game management, I mean, Makhopa ended up working out, sure. But I think I would have liked to have seen Ndlozi and maybe Kimvidi also to rest some of our attackers a bit more with more attack, because there were times when they were attacking when we felt like, hey, if they equalize here, are we going to score another one?
We have some,
So I wanted to put the game to bed a bit more. So feed, let me pack it down, go 6.5 from feed to let me not go too much forward. Mr. Ref and his team.
Dokso
Ref. What time did that happen? There was a time of the game when Nkota was through on goal.
And
the defender that made the tackle, he only got a yellow card. I can actually check who got the yellow cards, but the man who made the tackle. I think it might have been either Madingwana or I think it was him actually. I think it was Madingwana. You guys can tell me in the comments and correct me there, guys. Please, I'm not a fact checker. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, because of that.
Big decision.
Big decision. I should have been 2 goals up. That was a clear goal scoring opposition. He was through on goal. It was his to miss.
Yeah.
And for that, I'll bring him down to a 6.
In terms of flow of the game,
not too many tackles, to be honest. It was an open game, but they also managed to keep it flowing as well. Not too many stoppages. I don't know if I want to give him too much credit for that. Because he wasn't tested.
Much better than the previous ref, the Gallants ref.
I don't blame the ref for the Gallants game because the game itself had a lot of stop and goals. It was difficult to get that going.
Okay, cool. Okay, Feed. If you're saying it wasn't their fault, Feed. I'll give that 6, but because of that clear doxo, denied a clear goal scoring opportunity. Because of that, I think I'll have to give him a 5.
Sure.
He drank the rest of his officials. Yeah. That's all I can say.
Poor.
Yeah, that's what you get paid for.
Yeah. Those decisions. So how can I know?
Yeah.
Even if first time,
and how do the linesmen not tip him? He was supposed to be like, was he the last man?
It was clear, bro.
Yeah.
It was clear. Even my thing one and I'm thinking, as soon as that whistle blew,
he knew that.
Like,
and then he was given a chance. Poor. So those are our ratings, and that will be the end of the player ratings show. You guys can give your ratings in the comment section below. But besides that, don't forget to like, subscribe to be notified, and share Mapagania so we can grow the community, Mr. Coach.
Mapagania, Kimang Log, like I said, focus on our games. We're back to winning ways. Let's go support the gents on Saturday. We're playing Super Sport.
Back to winning ways, you say?
Yeah, back to winning ways. We won today. Let's put this day. We're done now. 90 minutes is behind us. Well, we got a game to focus on. Super Sport on Saturday. Let's go support the boys. Dago, Lucas, masterpieces. Let's come out in numbers and let's make sure we are through in the next round. Thank you, my buddy.
Dango.